wasn't thinking about suicide, but I just was thinking about running away, like letting it all, like getting divorced, and it was going through my head. And then Rocky came on the TV show, and he's getting his butt kicked, and he keeps getting up, and that's where it just struck me. Dave, you've always been that guy. What has happened to you? You gotta find that guy that always got up. So I took out a pen, paper, started outlining, and I came up with 4 things that day. Gratitude, I'd lost my gratitude. I had no perspective of anything. I was a guy who wore the same pair of socks for 3 years, not only because I thought they were good luck, because I didn't think I needed another pair, right? I wore 3 shiny suits because they were hand-me-down suits, and I didn't need the money for me. I needed to buy my mom a house and a car. I was grateful for everything. Forgiving, I had to forgive myself. I was so not forgiving of everyone else, but I had to forgive myself first. Then came accountable, which was more a new one, because my mom preached accountability. She called it below the line. She would say to all my siblings and I, don't you dare go below the line. Blame, shame, and justification is no way to live. You need to live free. You need to be accountable for everything that you have in your life. Ask yourself, what did I do to attract this to myself, and what am I supposed to learn from it? Lessons are everything. Life's about lessons. The more lessons you learn, the better you'll be. All these things, I'm like, I have not been accountable. I'm accountable for this mess, for my wife hating me. Because in my head, when she first said, I'm like, look around you. I have a Ferrari, a Porsche, motorhomes, and wave runners, and beach houses, 33 homes, a ski mountain. I couldn't understand how she could not be happy. That accountability, and then the inspiration. I had to find, I wasn't inspired for anything. I wasn't in the pursuit of anything. So I outlined this. I asked for forgiveness from my wife. I work on forgiving myself. And all of a sudden, things start changing. I run into the guy from the movie The Secret, Lee Brower, The Attitude of Gratitude, and they hire me as a consultant, and I meet all these transformational people, Bob Proctor and Jack Canfield, all these people who later on in my life are my friends who I sit with and write books with and speak with. But they all say, here's the interesting thing in my life. 2 years after I went through my transformation and worked through that.
And that takes a while, right? Because you can't wake up one morning and write a list. And I mean, it's still, do you have to take a while to get rid of some of those bad mindsets and bad habits?
Fire friends, and right. Like, I didn't even know about meditation. You know, I learned to meditate because I was flying to India, and the woman next to me literally said to me, "Are you okay?" And in my still arrogant mind, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm CEO of Lee Steinberg Sports Entertainment." Like, literally, that's what I'm looking at.
That's what you would tell yourself every day. So your identity was these things.
Oh yeah, and the money I had. I got a golf course. I said, "Why?" She said, "Because you're so full of light, but you're blocking it." And I rolled my eyes going, "Oh God, this will be a long flight." I'm like, "Well, thank you." She said, "Do you meditate?" I was like, "No." And I went into this diatribe, I remember today. Meditate? I have no time to meditate. I was born broke. I'm a multi-millionaire. Meditation is for people who are sick, broke, and lying on their mom's couch unemployed. There's no room for, you sound like my wife. I don't need to meditate. And she said, "Oh, that's too bad, because I can teach you to vibrate faster." And it was weird to me. It wasn't what I was expecting this Dr. Sangeeta Sahi to say, this medical doctor. I'm like, what does vibration have to do with meditation? She said, everything vibrates. That I understood. She said the earth, plants, animals, humans, sound, light, and then your thoughts. And then she changed my life, because she said, "Do you know what vibrates the fastest?" And I looked at her kind of with arrogance, and like, "No." She said, "The truth. The truth vibrates the fastest, and I can teach you through meditation. You can only be aware of that which vibrates equal to or less than you. I can teach you to pursue the truth, mentally, physically, and spiritually, through meditation. Would you like to join me in a workshop? I can teach you to do this. I can see you are and have this light. I'm telling you." I don't know why the hairs were standing up. I had called my wife and said, "I'm going to stay in India 4 extra days and go to this workshop."
And when is this? What year?
Roughly, it would be 2009.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this is pre-financial crisis and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was right. Oh, no, sorry. This would be you're right. It's right before the financial. So this is 2007 and a half. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Right there, 2007 and a half. So she says to me, You go. I call my wife. I'm like, I'm going to this workshop. My wife literally Googled the whole thing. She thought it was a scam.
Right.
Like in her mind, she literally was going to once again bring up when I got home, leaving me, if this was a lie.
Oh, she thought you might be lying.
Yeah. As
Okay,
I said, I'm going to a quantum healing theta meditation workshop. Me. Like one of your Wall Street buddies.
Yeah,
like
in
Jordan
07
Belfort.
too, before
yeah,
it was all
like
over
Jordan
YouTube.
Belfort coming in.
Yeah, right.
And I went to this thing and I learned the power of meditation, but more importantly that I had. Like my power of how connected I was to an unbelievable source of energy, light, and knowledge, that I had been creating interference and corrosion to an extraordinary power that I've been blessed with to download information. And like I could do body scans and past life regressions and all types of things that I made fun of my wife just for getting a reading once a year on her birthday, right?
Now, how do you have that? Is that like something?
Everyone has it.
Okay.
Everyone
has it, but do you have it more, or can you channel it easy?
Right, so there's interference and corrosion to that connection. Most people don't realize that we're always connected to an unbelievable source.
Okay.
Just naturally through evolution of this quantum memory, the DNA, this chromosome code that I have. That's why I'm able to attract things and you are too. We attract things really fastly, unconsciously when we were young. It's because we just have a clearer connection.
Okay.
But I was, because of the clear connection, I think afraid, and then creating corrosion or interference to that connection with drugs. You'll see a lot of people higher on the spectrum, like Lee Steinberg was an alcoholic. And I used to tell people he drinks to lower his vibration so he can communicate. It's like someone with autism has a difficulty communicating to others. You know, Lee's a person who can read a book and remember every word in a book. That's not normal. That's a clearer connection to an unbelievable source of higher awareness or vibration.
Okay.
I learned all this. So now I come home spiritual and on a quest. And it kind of scares my wife. She definitely doesn't want to divorce me. She's on board with me.
She likes your energy.
Yeah. And she knows there's financial troubles, but we have a lot of money.
Okay.
But then things really start 2007 and 8 falling apart. There's a crisis. I'm not liquid enough. I learned a valuable lesson that, you know, just because you have equity in property doesn't mean the bank will let you borrow money. And I got my ego involved in lawsuits and went through my cash trying to prove and then got into a malpractice lawsuit from a guy screwing up the case. The universe was coinciding to exactly what I wanted to manifest, which was a new start, to prove that I could change my life.